hears this, he will know that he's the one I'm talking about. He went to play in Dubai. They paid him 400 million. He went to play in another international sports event. They paid him about 500. The next thing has a Maybach. Next thing, he has another car, and then goes on a spree with jewelry and all of us. And in less than 2 to 6 months, he's done about like 1.5 billion. Would have bought land and done an event center and put a powerful studio upstairs. People will come there and shoot and do their music, this thing, the venue, and then even bring money enough for him to buy anything he wants to buy. Then it was time for him to get married and he had to use the hall. But if we built the hall, he wouldn't have needed to spend the money for the hall. Asake wanted to do his concert in London and applies to a bank and says, I need a loan of 1 billion. I want to organize a concert in London. They won't give him because it's Asake, right? A car dealer goes to the bank and says, I want to import 12 cars. They will give him the money. He will bring the cars in and put it in his shop. He can't sell them in 1 week. The cars will be in the shop for sometimes 6 months. 7. You drive past car shops, you see how they sometimes 6 months, 1 year. He still not sold some of those cars. Asake's concert is one day. He'll make 2 billion. Aliko had some friends who came in and they wanted to go to where the rich men relax in Lagos. There was nowhere he could take them to. Is it Ikoyi Club? They're talking of Russian oligarchs that want to go to a place where big men relax. Ikoyi Club? No. They ended up going on his boat. When you want to invest in real estate, don't be thinking about sleeping area alone. Invest in other things. A school is real estate. What they're doing in it is just different. A bank is real estate. What they're doing inside it is just different. But we're limited to thinking once you say real estate, it is where people are staying. A casino is real estate. Build the real estate to suit the purpose that the people need it for. Real estate was so scarce. They burned Jesus for manger. In Paris, one real estate feeds the whole of Paris. The Eiffel Tower feeds the whole of Paris. A hotel room that if you peep a bit like this, you can see the Eiffel Tower. It's more expensive than the one that is bigger and facing the road. They will tell you it is 1,000 euros. What a bank makes in Nigeria for a whole year, Disney will make it in a day. That's real estate with a theme. Real estate with shops is shopping mall. Real estate with recreation center is a resort. Real estate with living apartments is residential. So what you do is just develop it and give it a theme. The money some nightclubs make in Nigeria, some banks have not made it. Do you know what my guys who bought land that they thought they were going to just keep for like 20 years are feeling like now near Dangote refinery? Now people are even offering to buy them. I would have gone into the Bejuleki, Ekpe and all those places and bought acres and acres. So I'm telling my younger self, I could then have built like a film village. So anybody who is listening that has good money can contact me. We'll do business. Build a film village that if I drive in with a bus of actors, after 1 week, I'm driving out of there with a movie. The investment is something that will continue to yield because there are many people who want to do movies every day. But let me tell you where the big money will come from. Once you have a film village, somebody like Netflix will tell you, want to lock the place down for 2 years. It's like a police station. There must be a case. If you know that your cousin is not a good doctor, when you are sick, you won't tell them to take you to the doctor. If you know that you have somebody that doesn't know how to cook, when you are very hungry, that's not the person that you go to. The ones who like to cut corners and not do anything and want to go into shady deals find out that they've had their fingers burnt different ways and they still don't learn. This land, you're not supposed to buy it, you then buy it. Because government is not saying anything at the time. You start building your places and the next thing you see that after 15 years, one new government comes and wakes up, which is what is happening in Festac now. People are now being sentimental. Oh, you can't throw people out. It's on the master plan. A lot of Igbos, after the war, a lot of their properties were taken by the tribe that felt that it belongs to them and government did not do anything about it. Some people lost their properties, like Onyeka Onwenu was complaining about it at the time, that some properties that her family got in Port Harcourt after the war was not given to them. It's a referenced fear, something you know has happened before. It's beginning to look like it again. The child that should have continued living the legacy of their fathers decide to sell because they didn't steal some of these properties. You can't blame those people that are buying. The empowerment you should have given to your children to make them be able to afford still living on that same street, you didn't have it. You can't blame somebody who bought your birthright because you offered it for sale.